Hi, welcome back. Today I want to take you on a walk along some really nice beaches in an area called Governador Celso Ramos in the state of Santa Catarina in the south of Brazil. Now, this area, Santa Catarina, has some really nice beaches. Now, some of these are pretty big and can get very busy, especially over Christmas time, New Year, and also Carnival, which is in February. But then this area also has lots of smaller beaches which are very calm and quiet, and sometimes you can be the only person on the beach. So just to show you where Governador Celso Ramos is. So it's located in Santa Catarina, just north of Florianopolis. And it only takes about 40 minutes to drive from Governador Celso Ramos to Florianopolis, which is the capital of Santa Catarina. So like I said, this area has some big beaches and some smaller beaches. And for a lot of these beaches, to get to the beaches, you have to walk through this area of vegetation and small trees, which I find really nice. So you basically have apartment buildings, and then you have this area of vegetation, and then the beaches. And here you can see one of the beaches. So it's pretty busy, lots and lots of people at the beach. So this was filmed in January. So this wasn't filmed during the peak, kind of Christmas, New Year. So during that period it actually gets even busier. And as you can see, Brazilians love to bring their chairs and parasols. I mean, it is possible to rent these at the beach, but most people bring their own. And then in terms of sports, they love to play their beach football at the beach. And just to show you where these beaches are, so the biggest beach in the area is called Palmas, and it's up here. But then you have loads of smaller beaches further up in the north. And then more beaches here in the east. And the water, majority of these beaches is very clear, clean, turquoise, and also it's pretty warm as well. Kind of temperatures range from like 25 to like 27, 28 degrees Celsius in the water, which is around 80 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's really nice to go in the water, you're not going to feel cold. And then the temperature in the air kind of varies from like 25 degrees up to 35 degrees. So which is 80 degrees Fahrenheit up to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. You can see these beaches are very family orientated. There's lots of families with small kids. And these beaches are very safe as well. I mean, I would never recommend kind of just leaving your wallet and your phone and going for a swim. I mean, I've been to these beaches for many years and I've never seen any crime. Totally different to kind of the beaches at Rio de Janeiro, where you have to be very careful. And as you can see, there's some red flags that they put out in the water on the beach, which basically indicates where there are strong currents. And these flags are put out by the lifeguards. I'm not quite sure how the lifeguards know where these strong currents are, because every day these flags seem to change position, but somehow they know. And what you have to do is basically not enter the water close to these flags. So you should always enter the water a couple of meters away from these flags. And then also in general, you shouldn't go out too far, even where an area doesn't have a red flag, because there are strong currents along the whole coast. And every year I see the lifeguards having to rescue a couple of people because they've gone out too far, and the current then drags them out and they're not able to swim back, and the lifeguards have to go there and then save them. And in terms of dangerous things in the water, I've never seen anything. The worst thing I've seen is one or two jellyfish, which kind of can just sting you a bit, but that's it. I mean, I've never come across anything more dangerous than that. And in terms of on the beach, you can see that Brazilians, they love to bring their beach chairs and their parasols. and a lot of them also bring these plastic gazebos as well. And then there's some kiosks at the beach, so they kind of sell alcoholic and non-alcoholic drinks, and some snacks as well, so some sandwiches, and then lots of fried food, so French fries and various fried pastries as well. And then you have lots of other people selling as well, so you've got lots of people selling ice cream, selling barbecue meat, beer, and even beach clothes and stuff like that. And in terms of the people on the beach, obviously lots of Brazilians, but also lots of people from Argentina, from Uruguay, from Paraguay. So it's a real mix. People, and you hear a lot of Spanish being spoken at these beaches. So I'm just going to walk to the end of this beach, and then I'm going to show you some other smaller beaches after that. And here you can see I'm starting to reach the end of the beach. It's getting a bit less busy. And actually here at the end here you can rent some jet skis. You can go on a banana boat ride, rent stand-up paddle as well. So you're able to do these activities on these bigger beaches. Now, like I said, these big beaches get very busy during the peak periods, but if you go to these beaches kind of end of February, so after the carnival celebrations, they are completely different beaches. So this is me filming the same beach at the end of February. So this is 9 in the morning, so it's pretty early. But had this been the peak period in December and January, there will already be lots of people here. So you can see here that once carnival is finished, Brazilians go back to work and the beaches get a lot less busy. Okay, so now I've shown you a big beach in Governador Celso Ramos. Now I want to show you some smaller ones. Now there are kind of two types of smaller beaches here in this area. So you've got the smaller beaches which you can access really easily, so you're able to park your car really close by and then walk for like 1 or 2 minutes to get to these beaches. And then you've got the smaller beaches which are more difficult to get to. So you have to park the car much further away and then walk for like 10, 15, 20 minutes. So the first beach I'm going to show you here, it's really easy to get to, and then after that I'm going to show you my favorite beach, which you have to walk for about 20 minutes to get to. So you can see this beach is also pretty busy. I mean, I would say it's just slightly less busy than the first one that I showed you, and like I said, that's because people are able to easily park nearby and bring their chairs and parasols and everything they want to take with them. One piece of advice if you're going to go to these smaller beaches is just to check that they are not polluted, that the water is not polluted, because there are a couple of beaches in Governador Celso Ramos where it's not appropriate to enter the water, and the pollution basically comes from sewage from houses. So I'm going to leave a link to a website that tells you which beaches are polluted and which ones aren't. But basically, if the beach is like the one I'm showing you here, where there are no houses around it, the chances are it's clean. But if the beach has loads of houses, especially old houses around it, then it might be polluted. So here you've also got lifeguards, 1 or 2 kiosks, but a lot less. But I kind of prefer these beaches because they're a lot calmer. But I'll show you later my absolute favorite beach. In terms of size of the beach, so Palmas, for example, is like over 3 kilometers long, which is like 2 miles, while this beach here is kind of 1 kilometer long. So it's like 0.6 miles, so much smaller. So like I said, these beaches are really nice, but then what I prefer are the smaller beaches, which are a bit more hard to get to. So these beaches you have to walk for kind of 10, 15, 20 minutes sometimes, a lot of the time through some forest to get to, and because of this they're a lot less busy, because Brazilians, they like to bring the chairs and all of this stuff, and so for them it's difficult to bring all of this stuff to the beach. But me being Swedish, I just need my flip-flops and a towel, so for me it's totally fine to go to these beaches. And so some of these beaches, they can be super empty, and sometimes you might be the only one at the beach. And here the water can be even nicer, so even more clear and turquoise. And someone doing a modeling photo shoot here, I think. Now you have to be slightly careful with these beaches which aren't that busy, because there might be some creatures with some spikes or something in the sand under the water which you step on, and you might just injure yourself a bit. I mean, I've stepped on one or two. They're not poisonous or anything, just hurt a bit, so you just have to be mindful of that. And also, these beaches don't have lifeguards, so if you go out into the water, you're on your own, and you better make sure you don't go out too far and start getting dragged out by the current, because there's no lifeguard to come and save you. Because you can see here, I've now passed these people, and now the beach is basically just for me. Also, these beaches have much nicer vegetation behind it as well, so you've got more mountains and more trees than the bigger beaches. But one problem is that if you go to these beaches in the afternoon, like I did filming this, the mountains kind of block out the sun. So I think I'm filming this around 5 in the afternoon. So you can see already the sun is starting to disappear behind the mountains, and you've just got shade on the beach. Okay, so I hope you like this video showing you some really nice beaches in Santa Catarina. Obviously this is just one small area of Santa Catarina. There's lots and lots of other really nice beaches. And I'll do more videos in the future if you like this kind of content. So thanks for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe. If you've got any questions, leave it in the commentary below. So until next time.